Let me take you through to the next expectations. Somebody will ask you, let's analyze this data. What should be your first step? Cross tab data and you don't have flat file data, you cannot do any analysis. Understand? So what I want here, I want something like this. I'll tell you what I want and what should be the ideal way to prepare the data. Of course, I'm not going to do it for entire table. So this is how it will be done. Okay, the formatting is mismatched, I guess. Yes, and we can give a nice header like month and amount, value, revenue, whatever it is. Is that clear? And then I can do pivot, I can do sort, filter, conditional formatting, chart, anything I can do on this kind of data, which is a flat file format data, right? So how we will do it? In Excel, if I do it manually, you will go crazy, guys. It will be a big table, then what will you do? So second thing is that I remember last month somebody came to me for this, and then I suggested them use Power Query, but they asked, is there any other way? I said, you can write a macro for this. You can write a code for this. Just imagine. You can write a code for this. So if you don't know VBA, if you don't know coding, it means you can't do it. Or otherwise you have to do a lot of hard work. You have to copy and paste as transpose. Transpose here, copy, paste, transpose for each occurrence. It will be very time consuming. Let's look at in the Power Query. And by the way, don't keep any unwanted data when you're working with Power Query. Be with me. Yeah, so this time you all have to do it with me, guys. Be with me. So go to cross tab sheet, keep cursor in A1. If you will do it with me, you get the result, you will feel confident. Okay, now click on data tab. And if you don't have Power Query, because you don't have latest version, which I mentioned 2 versions, you can download and then it becomes add-ins. You can install it. All the instructions are there in that. So I click here. Okay, then I go to data tab from table or range. Okay, it will bring it to existing connections. I'll rename it as cross tab. And first, I will prefer to create a duplicate. Not necessary, but I want to show you the difference. Flat file. So quickly try this. Copy, right click, duplicate, and rename it as flat file. If you don't have query settings enabled, go to view and click on query settings. And in Excel, it is very time consuming. If you don't know the coding, you're gone. Okay. And look at this, how simple it is. I have to just select this data, transform tab, and this is pivot. This is called pivot. Cross tab is a pivot. And here we have got an option, unpivot other columns. Or you select all these columns and you can say unpivot selected columns, only selected columns. It's your choice, but which one is easy? Select one, then all, right? This is easy. So we have got both the choices here. Awesome. How much time it took? And change the header. What's the big deal? Change the header. Months. Double click. Maybe I call it as amount. This is the highlighted one. Close and load. Got it? See? Now you do whatever you want to. Maybe you want to create a pivot table. So insert. How easy it is. Pivot table. Existing worksheet. Why is it taking time? My God. Yeah. And then I say, show me city-wise, month-wise amount. Okay. And I'm interested to show only top data, top data. So maybe I can right click and I can do sorting. I can do filtration. If you want in different columns, I go to design tab, show in tabular format. See, summary is also ready. If you want to create a chart, just press Alt F1. Chart is also created. And if you want to have a control over it, click on pivot table, analyze tab, insert slicer, city and months. Come on guys, get me the data. For a particular city, for a particular month. So show me for Chennai. This is the movement of the data. Maybe month is not a good idea. It will show me single outcome. What's the point? Isn't it useful? So when the data is given to you like this, you are giving back. Where did I put? I think, yeah, this one. See. So you give me raw data like this, and I'll give you this. People will start loving you and ask you, how did you do this? करते कैसे हो ये बताओ. Just imagine one concept. And when you go with the training, in the actual training, I will tell you in detail how to automate it also. One click of button and the whole report is ready, guys. Then you learn Tableau, complete analysis, dashboarding. My God, you learn Python, complete scripting, programming, high level programming. You become a perfect combination. Getting it? And that's what is demand. Did you find it useful? So giving data from a summary or pivot or cross step to this kind of analysis. And you spend time, you make it more better, lovely, hidden and useful, border shading. So much of formatting can be done, but that's not is my right now objective to get into it. How did you find it? Are you there with me, guys? Now we look at a few more features and then we will close the session, so don't worry about that. So far, if you look back, what did you learn? What is Power Query? What is the process of ETL? This is what we do. ETL, we imported data into Power Query, which is called as a connection. We perform all the transformations, okay, and then we just giving it back to Excel. All right, and then during that process, what did you learn? How to change the format. You want me to keep that open? My query, which one we recently completed, flat file. Okay, so far you have understood how, and see, observe guys, when I was talking about the first example in this yeah, in this, if I said how to extract the name of the column, that is day name, so logically you can understand I have given example of only day name. If you need it for month, week, year, quarter, that is already available. So I don't have to go in complete detail and teach each and every with the same example. Conceptually it is explained, so practically you can do it very easy. First thing. Second thing is that if you remember, we did work with the format, right? So format, I have shown example of uppercase, but yes, you can use other cases also, lower, upper, capitalize each word. Then what is trim? If there is extra space, sometimes we pull the data from internet, web. So we see a lot of data which has extra spaces, that is called trim. Okay, so you can use trim also, remove spaces. So in this column, I don't know if there is any extra space. How will I come to know? I use trim. Done. Then clean. Clean means if any non-printable character is there. This is also again, if the data is coming from SAP, some ODBC or web, you can always use clean function. It's built in. Add prefix, something to be added before, something to be added after. That's called prefix and suffix. Okay. Then we talked about Where is that? Merge column. When you select two columns together, we can call it as merge column. We can merge them together with a separator and a column name here. Then what else we learned about it from this? If any data type is there, by default some data type will be there. You can always say detect. Even after detect, if the detection is not correct, you can change the data type, or you can change it directly from here. And right click has all the options available. Got it? Okay. Now one more functionality is there that I want to take you through, and then we will stop the task here. Again, you can be with me. It will not be okay. Let me exit it from here. Yes, this one. Now listen carefully. This case study is awesome, and it is related to previous story. You know, people do these kind of series of actions and activities on daily basis in Excel, and they do a lot of hard work. But Power Query again makes it very simple. I'm giving you the idea here. Look at this carefully. I have got a column called as salary. Are you guys with me? So salary is a column. Sorry, salary is my data. It has all the columns available. This. Okay, and it has a column called as department. Sales is a department name. Is that clear? Now, this might be complicated for you, but be with me. So this is a department that is sales, and this is the sales department, right? Let's say here I've got expenses. Okay, so March, April, May, different months expenses are there. Is that clear? And each month this was the total expense for each department. Got it? Okay. Now I'm going to consider only department and its expenses. Month I will not consider because it becomes too complicated for all of you. I planned it for month also, but right now I'm not taking you for this concept like this. Suppose department is there and expenses are there. So ideally, what I want first, sales, if it is there 12 times, because it will be 12 months expenses. But so far, how many months are completed? Starting from financial year, April, May, okay, and June. Fine. So instead of that, if I consider calendar year, then Jan, Feb, and March. But if you look at this, how I planned it, March, April, May, right? May is going on. So there's a possibility the numbers will be updated on 1st of June. There's a possibility numbers will be updated. So it will be dynamic. Okay. But right now I'm not considering month. Keeping it like this for a reference purpose, but we will not use it right now. So what is the first thing, First thing is that I want total. So I'm getting sales for March. So sales, again sales, and again sales, 3 times. It should be ideally 1 time, okay, assuming month does not exist, and it should give me total of that. Is that clear? Total expenses. So maybe if it is 1, if it is 1, and if it is 1, it will become 3. So this plus this plus this. How much? 73747. What a number. 73747. Okay, good. So this number will be generated for sales. Now here I got the data sales. Okay, it is against that. So now what I want, against this sales, that cumulative number should appear. Is that clear? That number should appear here. Okay, so how we can do it? What is the first thing you will be doing it here? So if it is again Excel, so what is the first thing you're supposed to do? You're going to create a summary, and that summary will require pivot table. And the moment you create a pivot table from any data, file size will be automatically increased. Okay, so you'll create a pivot table, then you copy, then you paste special as values, and then you delete that pivot table. A lot of hard work. Here it can be done in one step, and rest of the story you know very well how to merge when we get the common data. Now look at this. You can be with me and you can do it also with me, okay? If you have this all the setup ready with you. Go to expenses sheet, all of you. Go to expenses sheet. Go to data tab. From table or range. So name is expenses. This is the data. I press OK. So if you want to work and avoid decrease in performance, avoid using functions, avoid using pivot tables. Do it with the help of Power Query. Okay, so which table we have got here? Expenses. Department expenses. It gives fair idea to the reader also what we are going to do it. So when we open after some time, it gets refreshed in our mind. Okay, something related to department. Okay, and now be with me and see how much time it takes. Okay, I right click and create a duplicate. Okay, and it is called as department expenses 2. Let it be, no problem. You can give a better name here. Now the topic I'm going to talk about is group by. What is the meaning of group by? It is same as pivot table, but it doesn't increase the file size. It doesn't increase the decrease the performance, and it is very easy and simple. Have a look here. Now we don't need month column here. I'll remove it. I click on department. Okay, I go to transform group by. Group by. It will ask me, do you want department? Yes, I want department. What should be name of that new column which will be created against it? So I'll say total expenses. I want sum of expenses. So what will happen? Sales is shown 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, right? So what I want to be displayed it once. When the this particular attribute will be displayed once. What about the value? So value should get summed up, okay, against expenses column. I press OK. Done. What's the big deal? Easy. And now what is the next story? Same. You go to salary table and do the merge between salary and group by department and show that column over there. Understood? So could you try this quickly, all of you? I'll give you 2 minutes. You can do separately group by. So just import that file here, sheet here. When the data is here, click on transform and group by. But make sure you create a duplicate and remove that month column. Have you understood, all of you, the concept of group by? Grouping the values which is having more than one occurrence against a numeric column, we are applying a functionality. All right, next, this one. If this is a data given to you, okay, if this is the data, I'm sorry, it's been continuous. If this is the data given to you, we want to transpose. So when I asked this question in one of our Power BI training, they said simply go to transform and click on transpose. I can see here. Where is that option? Here. The moment I click on transpose, what does it mean? Transpose means Jan, Feb, March. This columnar data will come as row wise, and then this row wise data, cities, Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, will go column wise. That's called transpose, right? Let me transpose. Oh, see what happened. The data which was horizontal, row wise, is properly moved to the column, but the actual header of the column, which was the first heading of the row, I'll undo it. See, this Jan, Feb is lost. Have a look at it again. Have a look at it again. See, Jan, Feb, that is lost. That should have come here, Jan, Feb, and so on. That is gone. Why? Because what is happening? headings are removed and only data is transformed one below each other in vertical to horizontal. 13, 15, one will come one below each other. My headings are lost. So how can I preserve headers? By demoting the headers as my regular data. What if this Jan, Feb, March will also become my headings? So according to the concept, it discards the headers and first row of data will be created here. So I have a wonderful feature called as, either way, use first row as headers or use headers as first row. This is applicable. Now look at this. The heading Jan, Feb, March has become a data row. And now I can use transpose. So according to the rule, whatever is the first row of data, that will be created as first column, not the headers. But my headings, this should be transposed in such a way that Mumbai should become my headers. Means the data should become headers. So I use second option, use first row as headers. How is this? So ideally, if you have understood the concept, it's just 10 seconds stuff. Literally, okay? So much activity we have done. It was like this. Fine. Okay. Now I know what to do. So use first row, data headers, getting it, and then transpose. Done. And if you want to do it in Excel, you will go crazy, guys. A lot of hard work. Okay. So sometimes Excel has some functionalities very quickly done, but in Power BI, I can say 90% is easy compared to Excel, and 10% yes, that is much better in Excel. So of course, we cannot compare, these two are different applications. Okay. So I stop here, the teaching part, but how did you find the session? Okay, did you find it useful? Did you learn something? Guys, hope this session will help you to understand Power Query in its actual power also.
Thank you so much for attending today's session. Thank you, Mr. Altaf, for today's wonderful session. We